Do you wear sunscreen?
By Sofia, Lilah
And Soleil Scott. Introduction. The question. The topic we have chosen investigates whether people are more likely to say they will wear sunscreen after hearing stats in favor of usage.
Why we chose this topic. We chose this topic because we wanted to spread awareness on the effects of sun damage and encourage our generation to take responsibility for their personal well-being.
Our hypothesis was that people will be more likely to say that they will wear sunscreen after hearing the statistics convincing them to.
Data collection. In order to answer our research question, we collected data from 200 individuals. We collected a systematic sample surveying every third person until each of us had 100 responses. Soleil surveyed at the beginning of Friday Mass as people filtered in by the door of night gym. She asked the first question, do you plan on wearing sunscreen this summer?
Meanwhile, Sofia Lilah surveyed at the end of Mass as people filtered out, also at the door of the night gym. There she asked the second question, wearing sunscreen not only helps prevent premature aging and wrinkles, but it also reduces your likelihood of getting skin cancer by around 40%. Do you plan on wearing sunscreen this summer? Graphs and summary statistics. As you can see in the segmented bar graph, on the x-axis there is the two groups of our two questions, and in the relative frequency on the y-graph there is the percentages representing the percentage of no and yes. As you can see in the first group, the first question, there are 32% of people that said yes. As you can see in the second question, 73% of people said yes. The 41 difference in yes responses between the two questions demonstrate that there was a significant difference between the responses from the two questions. The higher yes response indicate that our question 2 did in fact elicit a response bias from our population. In the data table, you can see that there is another form of representation of the percentages in our question 1 and question 2. You can see the total of yeses and nos and the total of percentage and responses that we collected. Discussion and conclusion. Our findings indicate that people were more likely to say that they wore sunscreen after hearing stats in favor of it.
Some possible errors we could have made while conducting our research question were faulty counting, exclusion of populations, and other lurking variables. In regards to faulty counting, we may have not always surveyed the third person. Therefore, our systematic sampling method may have been disrupted. Additionally, we did not include people that did not attend an optional Friday Mass. Therefore, there may have been non-response bias in our demographic. Finally, there may have been lurking variables that influence the responses of our population, such as the weather in Portland, Oregon, currently affecting responses.
Improvement. To improve in the future, we could sample from a variety of different places and events around the school so that we can widen our sample sizing. By doing this, we will get a larger demographic of people from students, faculty, parents, ages, which overall makes a larger sample pool.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.